And, well, Chen Long is also well liked. As I say, he is the little Lin Dan. But looking to, well, grow a little, shall we say. So we're underway in this final of the Asian Games. So a fine rally to start. Bit of a misjudgment that time from Lin. Lin, by the way, in all bright yellow. Chen with the orange/red top and black shorts. And has he caught the line? No, he hasn't. It's been called just wide. Lin, who is known a little for having a bit of an anger on him, or a bit of a... He can let his anger out, I should say, at times. Was disappointed with a couple of line calls in the opening game against Chong Wei. And said that put him off in the first game, but he was able to recover to win it. These two, of course, were teammates, though, here. So you would expect there to be plenty of fair play on show. And that one is locked. So a slow start from Lin. Oh, it's a brilliant smash from Chen. Off the back foot, angling it down low. And then hitting it straight at Lin, and he couldn't react to it. Really bright start. I questioned Chen's belief before this match, having never beaten his opponent in 6 times, but he's a different character these days. Been playing with real confidence throughout the tournament, and has raced into a 4-love lead here. So Lin finally getting himself on the scoreboard. A little later than I'm sure he would have liked. Just missing the little drop shot here, Chen. But he's been controlling the early rallies. Lots of positives to take from the first 5 points for Chen. Are we going to see a reaction from Lin? Well, it's another fabulous exchange. We saw some stunning rallies between Lin and Chong in the previous round, and this rally matching them all. And cutting around the side of the shuttlecock and getting it just to dip down, and I don't think Lin was expecting it. Bold start then from Chen. He's never taken the first game off Lin in each of their 6 meetings. He's got a good chance of doing so here. 5-1 up. Plenty of work for Lin to do. And that's wide as well. A little bit of a puzzled expression on Lin's face. As I say, had to recover from 20 points to 16 down in the semi-final. Won't want to have to be in a similar sort of position in the final. Said he was a little sloppy in it. Oh, it's such dynamic play. Using every area of the court, Chen. He just doesn't look like missing right now. Again, using the angle on the smash, and it's getting Lin on the stretch. And he was quickly up the court as well to finish the point off. Look at how fast he was to move to get to the next ball. 7-1 then. brilliant reactions. Will that point wake Lin up? And they both have the same coach, Lee Yongbo. I'm sure he's pretty pleased with rallies like this, with both of the players conjuring up some magnificent stuff. So tactical out there. Lin just deciding to switch the shuttlecock. Just missed it. Second straight point in a row for Lin. First time that he's won back-to-back points in this match. You can see what Chen was trying to do there. That's fabulous defensive play from Chen. Survived the onslaught. Particularly there was a shot there on the smash straight at his body, and he was able to get away with it. This may have been the one. There it is. Don't know how he got that one back, just off his Adam's apple. He's winning the majority of the duels right now. Oh, he's just missed it. And relief for Lin, who at the moment is picking up most of his points from errors from Chen. He's certainly not in control of this opening game. With all of his experience, I'm sure he won't panic. Taking a little bit of time before the point. Oh, it's super quick reactions from both players. And it's Chen who pounces to finish the rally again. Just watch the hands from both of these players in this rally. And the last one slightly too high from Lin, and it's punished by Chen. I think it's safe to say that this final is warming up nicely. Although I don't think it's going the way that Lin Dan thought it would right now. Six points he trails in this opening game. That will probably worry Lin the most. He's the sort of backhand that he just hits in his sleep. Chen leading 11-4 then. Interesting thing about Chen Long is that his sporting motto is be yourself, which I find a little contradictory. The fact that his nickname is also Little Lin Dan. At the moment, it is the youngster who's teaching the master a lesson. I really have to say it's been Chen's excellent play that has got Dan on the move. changing the shuttlecock.
11-4.
Comeback needed here then. It'll be Chen to serve after the little interval. And it's just drifted long. And at the moment, it's Chen who's getting all the decisions right. The first point that we saw today was that Lin left one that dropped inside the baseline. That one was well judged by Chen. He's had a few now that he's left and they've dropped either wide or long. That one has dropped wide. Both players really testing each other out. A lot of high shots, and I'm sure both players were thinking on a few of those high shots that they may well have been dropping long or wide. Neither taking the risk just to let it drop. I don't think Chen can relax at all in this matchup. That's been called out. I have to say there was a shot in that rally that I think was possibly drifting wide from Lin. And Chen for once playing it. So first error of misjudgment from Chen. Maybe just let Lin off the hook there. Is the tide beginning to turn? And that's been called wide as well. Millimeters in it. And Lin just beginning to control the rallies. Lin couldn't miss earlier. Sorry, Chen couldn't miss earlier on. Just a few errors creeping into his game. Still a 5-point deficit though for Lin. Oh, that's big. Terrific athleticism to be able to generate the power on that smash. And entertaining this packed house here at the Gaoyang Gymnasium. And there's another, but that one is just wide. He's just beginning to warm up, isn't he, Lin? Stops the run of points against him, though, there, Chen. And he's missed it. Pretty much have to find the line against Lin, otherwise his defensive capabilities gets himself back in the rally more times than not. Got up for the smash well, but clearly was wide. And that one is wide as well. Well, we saw very few errors in the opening exchanges of this first game, but just a few beginning to creep into it. Can understand it in a final. Nerves can play a big part. And of course, Lin has been in this situation so many times in his career. Well, the oohs and the ahs of the crowd really summing up that rally. It was special. The sort of rally that we were expecting to see. That was more like it from Lin Dan. It was a whisker wide as well from Chen. Safe to say, I don't think Lin is going to like that call. Service fault called. Just said that his foot was touching the line, so it was a foot fault. Was quickly onto that, wasn't he, Eddie Raffiatano? He has reacted badly to line calls before. I didn't particularly like that one. Rather resigned look to him, rather than deciding to argue against it. He gave himself a bit of a mountain to climb in this opening game, going 7-1 down. Oh, fantastic. Off the back foot on the smash.
16-10.
Just long. Too hot to handle from Chen. Moving very well is his opponent right now. He looks comfortable out there in his first Asian Games singles final. Won gold in the team event in 2010, did Chen. Desperate for gold here on his own. He's been called in. Just a little look from Lin to say, are you sure, to the line judge. And this is now going from bad to worse for Lin. I wasn't expecting that type of a shot. It was mightily close without the camera down the line. Can't really tell whether it was on the line or not. That's going to drift long as well. There will be some comeback now. In their 6 previous matches, Chen has never won the first game. He's also never won the match. In the 14 games that they've played, Chen has won just 2. And that time it drifts long from Chen. Puff of the cheeks, he knew that was close. Tactically, he's got it right though today, so far. He's got Lin out of his comfort zone. Well, this is a win-win situation for China. But the fans getting involved in this matchup. Lin not waiting for them to calm down. Another shot goes long.
12-19.
Big reaction that from Chen. There's just been too many errors from Lin. And the reason it was a big reaction is because it's brought up game point.
Oh, it's a magnificent rally to finish a quite brilliant set for Chen Long. I think many people, despite the world ranking, were expecting that Lin Dan would come out and get his 7th straight win in competitive action against Chen Long. But it doesn't look that way right now. It is the youngster, the 25-year-old, who has taken the first game in this gold medal match against Lin Dan by 21 points to 12. I have to say, I think Chen Long's first 8 or 9 points was so good that they almost shocked Lin Dan into making a few uncharacteristic errors. Got him out of his comfort zone. And from there, really there was just too much to do. You'd expect Lin Dan to start better in this second game. But right now it is the young pretender who has been teaching the master a lesson. And it's not too often I've been able to say that when watching Lin Dan. I think it will be very important how Chen Long starts this second game. Remember, he is one of his heroes. Never beaten him. That's the question about belief for Chen Long. As in, when you look up to someone so much like that and you're often in awe of them, it can affect your game when you play them. It'll be Chen Long to get us underway first in this second game. The world number 2 taking the first game. Oh, that is an epic shot. The wrist strength to be able to do that. Wasn't really in position. And again, Lin not anticipating it. I think a few people thought this match may not go the distance, but they didn't think it would go quickly for Chen. Still a long way left to go, particularly against a champion like Lin Dan. I think some of the Chinese crowd are a little shell-shocked here by what they're witnessing. Look at the leap on that shot. You also wonder, when he got called for that foot fault, Lin, it was in the midst of a mini comeback for him in that opening game. And he did say he got affected by a line call in the first game against Chong Wei. You wonder whether he's still frustrated and thinking about that foot fault call against him in the previous game. Really shouldn't be. Opportunity missed for Chen. He's been pretty clinical in this match.
Finds the line. That's more like it. There's the wrist snap. And there's the bullet onto the line. Look of relief from Lin Dan. You remember was 3-love down in this second game. Now back to 3-3. Great control on the drop. It's just all over the net. Got the judgment right as well. Just the shuttlecock just drifting wide. Wins another duel. Both of them playing the drop shot game, and the reactions just too sharp from Chen. Look at the small margin for error from both players. Wasn't a lot Lin could have done on that last ball. Oh, it's a fine rally, and it's one that Chen wins again. Both players covering all areas of the court. I have to say, from here, I thought Lin Dan was going to win it. Got him on the move, and he would have expected himself to have made this shuttle. It's been a scrappy performance so far. Still time for things to turn around. But no doubt about it, it's Chen with all the momentum. And again, he's on fire right now. I just wonder about the confidence that Chen has picked up this year from winning the World Championship. It was a vicious smash. And that is the look of someone who believes in themselves right now. Just goes on. Chen's lead in this second game back to 2. It's a very polite game. Both players are quite happy to change shuttlecock. Of course, they know each other very well. Very trusting of each other. The pictures tell the story there. Another one that I'm sure Chen would have puffed his cheeks out at. Whisker away.
6, 7.
The defensive shot from Chen just not quite good enough. And Lin this time pouncing on it. Just get the feeling that the momentum may be shifting. Big roar from the crowd up to this point. Just a little short from Chen. And here's that famous backhand. And there's another famous backhand. Beginning to get into some sort of rhythm. Better late than never. For the first time in this game, and for the first time in any game here today, Lin has the lead. He's got another. Chinese crowd reacting as Lin reacts to the situation. Fabulous smash. Lovely, deft, angled drop shot on the backhand side. Last 3 points have been won by that backhand. Struggling with it earlier, not anymore. It's a shame. Another fabulous rally. Both players getting some ridiculous angles out there. Again, using every inch of the court. Well, Chen was 7-4 up. It's now at 6 straight points for Lin. I think it's safe to say the Chinese crowd want this one to go to 3. Stops the rod. Wound up for that smash. This time it was Lin not quite doing enough on his defensive shot. And he knew from there on in it was going to be killed by Chen. Well, it was straight at him, but he just couldn't sort himself out there, Chen. It goes straight through him. And it is Lin who still, you feel, has the momentum as we head into the interval. 11-8, Lin Dan leading Chen Long in the second game. Remember, Chen Long, though, taking the first 21-12.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Play.
Here we go, they're back underway. 11-8, Lin serving. The screams from the Chinese crowd whenever Lin winds up for a big smash. Chen dealing with the first one, but couldn't turn the point around. First time we've seen a dive from either player. Still being so critical of himself there, Lin, dissecting the point as he so often does. Wasn't far away. 10 out of 10 for commitment. And it's been called wide.
10-12.
Having dropped the first game, hasn't got much leeway in terms of more mistakes, Lindan. Oh, well. Right down the line there, and it was very, very close.
17-10.
Let's have a look here then. I have to say, that looks good to me. Call going the way of Lindan. Oh, what a rally. It's the rally of the match so far. Chinese crowd being thoroughly entertained. Some of the defence there, particularly from Lin early on in that rally, was just... He was somehow able to turn it around. It looked like Chen was in control of it. And that's got a pill to swallow for Chen. Put so much into the rally and yet ends up on the losing side. Undercooking the drop. We saw in the first game, Lindan lose his way a bit, just because Chen was playing so well. I think the same's happening to Chen here. Lin has certainly started to find his range. Well, we see a reaction from the 25-year-old. 5 points the advantage now for Lindan. That'll help Chen. A crunching smash from the second seed. There are only 8 seeds in the tournament. He was second seed. It was Chong Wei who was the top seed. Someone who both of these players have beaten here in Incheon. Lindan beating him in the individual competition. Chen Long defeating him in the team format. So you feel these are the 2 best players here at the Asian Games. And right now they're doing the final justice. Just a little bit too much height on that from Lin. And that's easy pickings for Chen.
12-15.
Oh, it's a shame for Chen, really. He was always on the back foot. There was some incredible gets there in the rally. But it is the two-time Olympic champion who comes out on top. Just kept his concentration throughout this point, did Lin. Kept firing the bullets, and eventually one went through. I think it took him a little while to realise that he was in a match, Lin Dan. Hence the sloppy start in that first game. Maybe he was also put off by the foot fault call. But he's firing all cylinders right now. 16-12 the score.
17-60.
Oh, the second time the dive doesn't quite work for Lin Dan. But this is stunning badminton. Nod of appreciation for the younger player. Knows he couldn't have done much more there, Lin Dan. What a get that was. Again, though, you have to credit Chen. Having seen Lin Dan get that shot back, to then continue with all the forceful shots. He's got him. Was anticipating the short shot from Chen. In the end, he goes long. And Lin was left scampering as it drops inside the baseline. Back to within 1 point. Missed it. I was talking earlier about the momentum all being with Lin Dan. It's not anymore. And again, you have to give Chen so much credit. He's fought so hard to get back into this game. He's forced Lin to play excellent points to win the point against him. Certainly hasn't gifted him anything. And that was an unforced error from Lin. 16 all, huge point this one. As they all are from now until the end. Just working it around the court, Lin. When you watch rallies like that, I don't know how you can not be a huge fan of this sport. The athleticism, the dynamic ability both players are showing, as well as the tactics. Again, it's another, just quite frankly, ridiculous get from Lin Dan. He barely had any feet on the floor and yet was still able to get the shuttlecock back in play. And then he ends up winning the point. What more did Chen have to do in that rally to win it? This time it's Lin who wins the battle at the front of the court. He's lost a few of those today. Not that one. He's reacted again. Both players just putting together runs of points right now. There's an apology from Lin. Wasn't off the strings. I'm sure he'll take any way right now, just to get us into a third game. It's another one that goes Lin's way. More fabulous badminton being played by both these players. It's a credit to the final right now. This time it was Chen on the defense, fighting hard. And I just wonder whether there was a little bit of fatigue in that backhand drop shot from Chen. Game point, Lin, to take us into a third game. There it is. Takes the second game, Lin. And showing just why he is such a huge superstar in China. And to the delight of probably all the Chinese here inside Guiyang Gymnasium, we will head to a third game. It was a quality second game, and it was one that has been taken by the world number 15. But really, that world ranking does him a discredit. He is the two-time Olympic champion, Lin Dan. And he's searching for a fourth Asian Games gold here. He's taken the second game, 21-16, having dropped the first 21-12.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
it will be a one-game shootout for gold. Who will take it? Lin Dan or Chen Long? It's Lin Dan who's certainly in the ascendancy. Chen blaming the shuttlecock for that miss. As I say, the confidence that he would have got from winning the World Championships earlier on in the year in Copenhagen. But does he have the belief to beat his idol? He's 4 points away from it in the second game at 16-all. Not 4 points, 5 points. Need to work on my maths. And that's well played. He's got Lin Dan in a little bit of a tangle in that rally there. Intelligent badminton from Chen Long. I'm not sure, but I think the Chinese fans here may be singing Lin Dan, Chen Long, cheering on both players. Big. It's another mammoth smash from Chen. Incidentally, these two were treated like celebrities just a few moments ago, both of them having to change shirts, and there was screams like you'd see at a boy band concert. Screams from the crowd, that is, of course. And just a little bit frustrated with himself there. He's picked up a couple of incredible gets, particularly on that backhand side. Couldn't make that one. Just goes long. The right tactics from Lin. I don't think Chen would have reached it. Couldn't control the forehand. It's a good call. Too good. Textbook play from Lin Dan. Just look at the leap that he gets on this smash. Both feet in the air. He is very much the man, isn't he, in the badminton world? He has been for some years. As they say, a 5-time world champion. The only player ever to win the Olympics, world title and World Cup in China. The only Chinese player to say, the first one to do so. Made it. A look from Lin Dan to the line judge, but I think it caught the line. Or at least was on the line. It's his best shot in that one. The angled smash. Had a lot of success with it in the first game. Wasn't able to use it as much as he probably would have liked to in the second game. This one then fascinatingly poised. We know the gold and silver are going to China, but to which player? see there, just had a little look at it. May have been thinking that the shuttlecock was drifting long. Rare unforced error, that one though, from Chen. Hasn't gifted too many points to Lin Dan. Well, it was wonderful touch at the start of the rally, but then we see the power at the end from Chen. Blasting that one straight at Lin Dan. He couldn't get out the way of it. Just wonder whether he thought that one was going long. Well, the closest match that they had came at the Leaning BWF World Super Series, which finished 21-17 in the third game. I feel this one's going a similar sort of way. Dominant from Chen. Their last meeting was at the BWF World Championships, a tournament that Lin Dan went on to win in 2013. It's 21-13, 22-20, but it's been a far tighter encounter this time around. And Lin Dan needs to react here. What defense from Chen. Lin throwing everything at his opponent there. Couldn't find a way through. Looks to the roof in this wonderful complex. It's looking good right now for Chen. There's a 4-point advantage in this decider. Incidentally, the match has been going for an hour and 1 minute so far. Longest rally, 46 seconds. It's a 50-stroke rally as well. Super smash. Again, able to generate so much power on it as he was quickly moving backwards. Just a heads up, this isn't the only action tonight. Following this one at 8:15, it will be the mixed doubles final. Zhang and Zhao, Chinese pair, going for more gold for China against Ahmad and Natsir from Indonesia. Should be a tasty encounter as well. It's been called in. Misjudgment from Lin. It's found the line. I can understand why Chen let that one drop. I'm right down the line. And, well, from the angle I had, I thought it was going to go wide as well. He thought about it, and then very late on decided to let it go. Have to give credit to Lin. Superb accuracy on the defensive lob. Quick hands from Lin. Too quick for Chen. Hit the net and got over. An extraordinary rally. So many oohs and ahs from the crowd. Lin obviously apologises at the end of the point, as you can understand, against his compatriot. But just how big a slice of luck could this be in the context of this gold medal matchup? Had he not hit it with so much power, it wouldn't have toppled over, but it did. And what a time to do it, to make it 8 points all in the deciding game. Such an absorbing contest, this one. And we're still very much none the wiser as to who is going to go on to claim gold. You just wonder whether moments like that will affect Chen. It'll certainly test him mentally. Well, the momentum whittling now. Chen, who a couple of points ago let a shuttlecock go and bounce on the line, then the net caught. And that point there, I feel he probably felt that he should have won as well on the smash. But it's Lin Dan who pinches it. Intelligent serve from Lin Dan. He's worked his way into a lead in this third and final game. What has Chen got left? Just getting a little frustrated again. Sublime defence from Lin. And it's a fair way back now for Chen against such a competitor that Lin Dan is. As they change ends, it's Lin Dan, despite the bag drop, who leads 11-8. Strap going. Bit of humour from him too. He is a colourful character, Lin Dan. You can certainly say that about him. Very much his own person. He leads 11-8 in the third game. He's trailing in it too. I think I'm right in saying he was around 8-5 down. He's got the look of someone now who believes he's going to go on and claim a fourth gold at an Asian Games. It would be a second individual title for him. It would mean he would defend his title from Guangzhou. And to settle for second in Doha. Lin Dan then serving 11-8 up in the decider. It's been called in, I think. It was called in on the baseline, but out on the sideline. And another point just going against Chen. Tried the trick shot, didn't quite work. Super fast hands from Chen, but it was just too hot to handle from Lin Dan. Brilliant reactions there, but Lin Dan so quick up the court. And that would have been shot of the tournament had he pulled that one off. And the experience and expertise of Lin Dan just edging him into a situation now where he's beginning to become firm favourite for the gold yet again. That one is a whisk along. So at least Chen finally able to stop the rock. The rally of the final, but it's a shame it is ended on an error. I'm not quite sure how he does it at times, and the Chinese fans just loving what they're seeing from Lin right now. Just the defense here with just something else. This shot here coming up, maybe it wasn't that one. In fact, I think they've just missed it. And really, that should have been Chen's point. Got himself up the court. His time beginning to run out for the younger Chinese player. And that one is in. This time Chen winning the duel. Inside the line. Dropped sharply though, I have to say, I thought it was drifting out the back. Another shuttlecock change for Chen. For once, Lin not being able to get the shuttlecock back into play. He's had a lot of success with the dive. And that backhand side too. Got a racket to it. And that was pretty much all. And it was Lin with all the momentum. Just a few points to go. Now you feel this third set is at least looking like it's back in the balance. Needs to string a few points together here though, Chen. It's big. Going straight to the body of Lin, and it works for Chen. 2-point game. Yes, I love the reaction there from Chen. Talked about the momentum being against him a little while ago when he let a ball drop, or let a shuttlecock, I should say, drop onto the line. Had an unfortunate net cord go against him, then lost a run of points. But now he's on a run of points. And those watching transfixed by what is a superb final. It's drama of the highest quality. Swing and a miss though this time from Chen. And I think that was a sigh of relief from Lin. Used to with such quick hands. And look at the reaction again. It says everything. He sees the shuttlecock drop inside the baseline. Oh, brilliant defense yet again from Lin. You just have to wonder what's going through Chen's mind right now. Surely he thought this shot was a winner. Not only does he get it back into play though, Lin, but he makes it difficult for Chen to then finish the point off. I think he was just stunned that the rally was continuing there, Chen. I know it's been said many times before, but he is some player. Just when it looked like Chen was getting himself back into this third game. He's still not too far away. There's only 3 points separating these two. But momentum again with Lin. Fabulous. Superbly tactically executed point from Lin. And able to execute on the final shuttlecock shot. Within touching distance now, Lin. 4 points away. Remember in the second game, Chen was 5 points away. He didn't get any closer than that at 16-all. You can understand why I went for it. It's another wondrous rally. And here's another match just beginning to flow away from Chen against Lin Dan. It's becoming a nemesis. It may well be Chen's idol, but he won't want to lose to him for a 7th straight time, the world number 2. That's long. And now the molehill is becoming a mountain. Fairly long. super play. And in truth, really, Lin Dan has got better and better as this match has gone on. And it's the defending champion who now stands at match point. It's been a fair effort from Chen. He probably thought at one stage he was going to go on to take the title here. He's forced Lin Dan to play his best badminton. And that's certainly something he can take away from this matchup. But in the end, it looks like the master is going to teach the young protege yet another lesson. It's wide, and Chen survives for now. Still match point though. That's going to go wide, some way wide as well. He may have already won 4 gold medals at Asian Games before. Maybe a 2-time Olympic champion, a 5-time world champion, but you can still feel the pressure when it's match point, particularly when there's a gold medal at stake. Match point number 3. It's called wide. That was a gutsy lead from Chen. Lin took a long look at the line call and the line judge. I'd like to see a replay of that. It was mightily close. But it's a good lead from Chen. Just the 4 match points left now for Lin. Question marks must start popping up in his head, having lost the last 3. Champion again. The Chinese superstar defends his crown that he won in Guangzhou. It is gold for Lin Dan, a 4th gold at the Asian Games for him, the 2nd in a row in the singles championships in badminton. And Lin Dan is the Asian Games gold medalist. Much to the delight of many of the ecstatic Chinese fans. He made it hard for himself. Lost 8 of the first 9 points, but was able to recover. Although he did lose the first game, it was a stunning effort from Chen Long. But I'm afraid it is 7th time unlucky for him. It's a 7th straight loss to Lin Dan. And this was the way the 31-year-old 2-time Olympic champion was able to claim gold again at the Asian Games. It is gold and silver for China. That was always going to be the case. But it's Lin Dan, the legend that is Lin Dan, who will take the gold again. And the emotion just pouring out from Lin Dan. And he was made to work for it. The match taking 82 minutes in total. And Chen Long taking the first game, 21-12. And Lin was down in the second game early on, but was able to recover. It was 16-all as well at one stage. but Lin took the